So we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into this. I'm starting off by blending Suva Beauty's Funny Face eyeshadow into my crease and blending it pretty far out past my brow. Next, I'm going in with Sugarpill's Poison Plum eyeshadow to really deepen up the purple color. I'm doing the same thing that I did before and just blending it into the crease, making sure to shade inwards right under the front of my brow as well as outwards past the end of my brow. Now I'm going in with some black. This eyeshadow is from Kiss New York Pro, and I'm just using it to add some final dimension in my crease, and I'm also carrying it throughout my outer V area and onto the outer part of my lid. Using some concealer, I'm cutting out the inner part of my crease and lid. There may be a lot of stray eyeshadow over here, so you might want to just take some makeup remover and a Q-tip or whatever and remove some of the eyeshadow before going over it with concealer. I'm then going over that with Sugarpill's Butter Cupcake eyeshadow. Using some black gel liner and a Dose of Colors angled liner brush, I'm adding black to my lower lash line and also creating an inner corner wing that is angled downwards. The trick to creating the inner corner wing is definitely go slowly and carefully, but if you mess up at all, you can just go in with some concealer and reshape it a little bit. Using a Dose of Colors contour brush, I'm quickly contouring with Too Faced Milk Chocolate Bronzer. For blush, I'm using Sangria Sundays and Bloody Mary Suva Beauty eyeshadows, which are the pink and red in their Cupcakes and Monsters palette. I'm using an eyeliner pen as a guide to make the marks around my eye line up straight. I'm putting down a couple marks that I'll go back to later, but for now I'm going in with the purple eyeshadows to shade around my eyes, and I'm dragging the color downwards where I plan to put the black lines. I'm blending yellow shadow around the purple and also above my brow where I placed the small black mark before. I'm using a black liner pencil to darken my lower lash line before going back in with gel liner and Dose of Colors liner brush to create the black lines around my eye as well as the outer portion of my wing. Moving on to my nose, I'm using gel liner to make a black outline of a circle and then just coloring it in with red face paint. Then I'm using some white face paint to add a couple shiny spots on it. On my lips, I'm using a black face paint to outline them, and then I'm extending my lips on both sides to create that clownish smile. I could not decide what color to use on my lips, so I'm using all three. These lippies are from Lipland Cosmetics, and the first one that I'm using is purple. It's called Double Down, and I'm just using it to color around the edges of my lips. Next, I'm adding some of Olympus, and I'm just pulling the color towards the center of my lips to create an ombre effect. Lastly, I'm using Got Lucky, which is the lightest shade, and I'm focusing this around the center of my lips and then just patting it out to create the perfectly blended ombre. I'm just adding in some contacts from crazylenses.com, and I was really proud of myself for getting them in quickly, but after doing all these Halloween tutorials, I'm getting better and better at putting contacts in my eyes. Moving on, I'm making some dots with lash glue and placing rhinestones on top of them. By the way, I'm using a wax pencil I got from Amazon for just a couple dollars to place the rhinestones. It's much easier for me than using tweezers. On my neck, I'm first painting on some white stripes, and for this I'm using Mehron's liquid paint, but it did crack, so I would not necessarily recommend using this product. Maybe it was because I layered it on a couple times, but it kind of cracked and crumbled around my neck. For the darker stripes, I used NYX SFX cream color in red, and then added in some purple towards the top of my neck and blended it downwards. For my lashes, I stacked these beautiful falsies from Sugarpill, and then on my bottom lashes, I used Pop Beauty's Purple Mascara. It's not easy to see in the video, but the purple lashes definitely had a really cool effect on the look. So here's the finished look. I'm really proud of how this came out, and if you recreate this or any one of my other looks, please tag me on social media so that I can see it. I love seeing your guys' work and knowing that I inspired a few people. Also remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I have a couple photos linked down below in the description that I found on Google and used for inspiration, so be sure to check those out. And I love you guys. I will see you in my next video.